Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your weekly market recap. Still in Thailand, still in Kopangan. Like, subscribe, and stay with me for the rest of the video. Short week, but super interesting trading week it was. In the end, we got ourselves a new all-time highs at the 510.13. Closed the week at the 507.85. And as you can see, SPY on the weekly, there is only one direction now, and the direction is north towards 537 and 572. Do not fight the trend. The trend, uptrend, above the yellow zone, above the green line. If you fight the trend, if you fight with price, newsflash, you will lose. QQQ, with an engulfing candle on the weekly, took all-time highs. We have also 419 held the support. We are above the buy signal. We are above the green line. We are above the yellow zone inside an uptrend channel. Next on the Qs, 467 and 500. Dow Jones, super bullish, 1.3% to the upside on the weekly after two consecutive dojis. Bulls came in, back, took all-time highs, 392.84, 378, 380 area, still support, long continuation, and we will see on the upside, we will see 411, and this channel predicts the 435. IWM on the weekly, doji inside this box, two consecutive dojis on the IWM, long continuation above the 205 towards 217 and 232. Below, we have the 188. The yellow zone is holding as support. Let's see. In my opinion, 3-4 days above the 205 and bulls of the IWM, bulls of the Russell 2000 will coming strong, and we will see 232 incoming very, very soon. Magnificent 7 with an engulfing candle, and here you have your weekly broadening formation on the Magnificent 7. You have the upper trend line that helps you identify the trend for the higher highs. Here you have, now you have the broadening formation on the Magnificent 7, but overall we are in an uptrend until proven otherwise. And as you can see, trend lines are your best friend, trader's best friend, to understand the trend, to understand where price might be heading next. And for Magnificent 7, we are on the left lane for the road north. Now you can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, above 38.66. We will see 43.40 and then 52.32 together with this upper trend line. Bitcoin on the weekly, after two super bullish weeks, bulls of the Bitcoin took some rest. Long continuation above the 52.8070 towards the 60k and then 69k. We are, as you can see, in a very bullish uptrend channel until proven otherwise. Ethereum on the weekly, also after two consecutive weeks, super bullish weeks. For now, at the time I'm recording this video, we still have 1 day, 21 hours until the week for Ethereum week of crypto is ending with a doji. 27.11 is the support. Trend lines, doji. Maybe we will see some kind of a pullback towards back to the 27, and then next leg up 30, 35, 35, and then 4,000 to the upside. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, will be much appreciated. KRE inside a very steep downtrend channel, holding barely above the yellow zone. We are still below a sell signal at the KRE. Long continuation, in my opinion, only closing this daily gap at the 52.80. Here you have the gap, needs to get filled. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But for now, KRE, with the help of the FTI, we can clearly see we are going south. Crude oil still in a downtrend channel, struggling to stay inside the yellow zone. And this is the magnificent tool, the FTI, helps to identify what is the current trend. For now, this is the price action. This is the universal language of market. And here you have the FTI, helps you translate the language. Downtrend below the yellow zone. Nothing much for long for crude oil. Natural gas. Also, look how commodities also react to the Fibonacci levels. We are in a steep downtrend on natural gas. We are below the yellow zone. We are below the sell signal. Next, we will see sub 1 to the downside. Gold with the weekly holding above the yellow zone. I'm waiting, if you want to go long, only above 2075 in my opinion. Overall, gold since September of 2022 is in an uptrend. SOXX, what a week it had. Weekly uptrend channel, engulfing candle on the weekly. Long continuation above the 650, and yes, we will see above 700 and then 783. And as you can see, Fibonacci trend lines, that's all you need for future support and resistance, and with the highest probability where price might be heading next. 600 was resistance for 3 weeks, then became, in the past 3 weeks, support. XLE struggling, still inside the yellow zone, and once we have price inside the yellow zone, it's a no trading zone, which means if you want to go long on XLE, first we need a break and a close, at least in my opinion 1 week above the 87.35, and then you have all the levels to the upside for future resistance. XLV, unstoppable sector. XLV, we talked about it in the beginning of 2024. We have been waiting for a weekly close above the yellow zone, and since then, unstoppable. We are at a 147 inside an uptrend channel, above a buy signal, above the green line. Next in line for the XLV, only ask the FTI, and the FTI will say 155 and 164 to the upside. XBI, another very interesting sector, slowly grinding up above the 95. We'll see 105 and 115 above the yellow zone, above the green line, inside an uptrend channel. And as you can see, the FTI works on everything and anything on any time frame that you want to trade. And if you look, zoom out on the XBI, you have a massive double bottom scenario, long continuation above the 95, and we will see 119. Now let's talk about Nvidia. Nvidia with an engulfing candle on the weekly. This is how Nvidia looks. Without, this is how Nvidia looks. With the FTI above 894, 940, and then, ladies and gentlemen, we will see 1K, above 1K on Nvidia. It's not a matter of when, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? When we will see Nvidia above 1000. And as you can see, yellow zone, super important, the most important zone of support and resistance according to the FTI, and everything is automation, and the FTI calculates itself on the weekly, on the daily, on the 15 minutes, on any time frame. It calculates itself once the candle is closed. Meta, 3 weeks of dojis. Bears, in my opinion, had their chance, failed to break below the 450. Now it's all about bulls breaking above the 494, and we will see 630 area to the upside, and Meta is grinding up slowly. Look at the Fibonacci levels, look at the Fibonacci trend lines. It's all about Fibonacci. Look at this trend line. Resistance, but it's a good resistance because it's resistance for higher highs, support for higher lows, and the middle line. And now Meta crossed to the left lane on an uptrend channel. Microsoft holding above the 397. Nothing much on Microsoft in the past 4 or 5 weeks already. 397 holding, 420 resistance. Overall uptrend above the yellow zone, above the green line. Apple. What will be with Apple? Still inside the yellow zone. Doji on the weekly, which means for now, as we can see in the long term, since November, December of 2022, on the weekly, we are in an uptrend. But in the past few weeks or so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is a Fibonacci number. 8 weeks struggling with the yellow zone. Bulls, as you can see, failing to break up and above the yellow zone, which means if bears will take control, bulls will give up totally on the yellow zone, and we will see 173 and 165, and this double top scenario will get validated to the 165. Below 165, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading back to the 157, 150 to the downside, because if we zoom out, we have a weekly, monthly, massive double top scenario on Apple, AMD, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of sideways move, doji after doji, 5 weeks of indecision on AMD on the weekly, which means if the market is an indecision state, we need to sit on our hands and just do nothing. Long continuation above the 185, we will see 210 and 240, but always prepare for both sides. If bulls will give up trying to break above the 185, bears will come in, and the first support will be the yellow zone at the 150. Breaking inside the yellow zone, we will see 140 and 128. Tesla on the weekly, as you can see, after 2 weeks where bulls tried, it looks like they are very tired. Inside candle on the weekly, which means nothing much on Tesla. We are still in a downtrend channel below the yellow zone, below the sell signal, and as I said many times before, in my opinion, the 146 gap on the daily, as you can see, the 146 area, the 146 gap over here needs to get filled. Otherwise, bulls of Tesla will not have the power and strength to break above it and break this downtrend and back to the 270 to the upside. Netflix, doji on the weekly, uptrend channel, above the green line, above the yellow zone, long continuation above the 600, and we will see 665 and 750. And there's a reminder, everything you see here on my video and in general on my channel is for educational purposes only. It's good to get ideas, learn, educate, but in the end of the day, it's your money. Do your homework, do your own due diligence. Shopify, staying above the yellow zone, super important yellow zone, breaking below, and we will see 68, and then the lower border of the yellow zone and the lower border of this channel, 62 to the downside. Let's see for how long bulls of Shopify will stay strong above this yellow zone. Google, slowly, each and every week we have lower lows, lower highs. we are below a sell signal on the weekly. We need another, to eliminate the sell signal, we need another week above the 146, and then we can say Google is back to the safety zone. Let's check the Fibonacci levels, the Fibonacci trend lines, and as you can see, we are inside, and this channel and this lower border of this channel is holding strong the uptrend channel. Amazon, last but not least, Amazon with an engulfing candle on the weekly, bullish until proven otherwise, above 197, 175, and we will see 184, 196, and yes, this channel takes us all the way to 230. So as long as Amazon is inside this channel on the weekly, the way is one direction, up.
Found this video helpful? If you did, like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. More videos coming up during this weekend. Until the next video, enjoy the rest of your weekend.